Good morning, everybody. Well, as you saw, we got our field baled up early this morning. It has been so dry with no dew that I was able to go ahead and work this morning and bale everything up. I got them all picked up. They're over here on the trailer. This used to be Mr. Lane's trailer, but it's actually it's ours. Mr. Lane has given it to us. He doesn't use it anymore and said it would be perfect for our square bales. And he's right. It is. It is perfect. Anyway, Mr. Lane is still in the hospital. There are a few things that have changed. Mr. Lane's son and daughter have come down. The son has taken over kind of running the farm. We still work there. We still get paid. Nothing along that lines changes. But his son is a little bit more proactive. He went out and swathed everything down I saw this morning. So I don't know if he's going to do the work over there or not, or if we need to go over and take care of it. To turn it into silage and everything else. Now, we did finish harvest over there and baled everything up. It's been a couple of days since that happened, and things just got so busy that, yeah, I just didn't have time to record it. We're going to take the 4650 here, get it fired up, and as you notice, there's no mower in here. I found a lot of issues with that self-propelled mower. So I went ahead and I traded it off. I figured it might be a better deal for us to trade it off. But we got to go pick up our new mower. And it is over at the dealership. Well, it's new to us. It's not exactly brand new, but it is pulled by a tractor. It's a John Deere Moco. So we're gonna use it instead. And I hope this was a good idea on my behalf. I don't know. I'll be honest. I really don't know. The self-propelled mower, it seemed like a really good idea. And when I got into it and started looking at parts in the engine, the header had a whole bunch of little parts that were needing to be fixed. It was actually better for me just to trade it in. And it took a couple $100. It wasn't much for a trade. And that was just taxes. So that wasn't too bad. It didn't really hurt us or ding us any. But I know one thing we are going to do. One of the things we are going to do is we're going to mow that ground over there. And that'll be it. We're going to mow it. We're going to ted it, which Mr. Lane has graciously offered for us to use his tedder. We're going to mow it, we're going to ted it, and then once that's done, we'll bale it up, haul the bales off, and then we are going to plow that field. I am not going to try to fight that field any longer as far as driving from our farm all the way out there and back to get hay. What I am going to do is I'm going to turn the area across the ditch, the little round area, into hay, and that new area that we opened up into hay. And then the field over here, I don't know. I would like to sell it. Being it's so close to town, trying to fight with all the traffic and everything else, I really, during the auction, I had to buy it. But what I found out is it's a separate parcel of land. I could actually cut it, sell it, and be done with it. And I think that is probably what we are going to do. Is we're going to cut it, we're going to bale it up, we're going to sell it, and we're going to try to find another piece of land that is better suited to our needs. And I think we can do that. I really do. Oh, the old John Deere just is going like crazy today. She's doing a good job. But I think that's what we need to do. I just, sometimes you just hate to do things when you don't know for sure what you're going to be up against. But I think we could get a decent amount of value out of that. I know there's another dealership looking for land. Maybe we can actually get more than it's worth. I don't know. I've heard that there is a case dealer and also an AGCO dealer that is wanting to move into this area. And, maybe they'll buy that land. It's right here next to town. It's a good area. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. My luck will be no, they wouldn't want that ground. Or they'd want it after I'd already sold it. So this will be my first experience with one of these John Deere Mocos. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. I'm hoping it'll work out real well. I know the dealership's gone through this and completely fixed it. Shouldn't have to worry about any issues. At least I shouldn't have to, That's always the worst thing when it comes to anything farming. Okay, let's see. Which side? I think we want to be on this side. So, this folds out. Get the hydraulics turning on this way. And we will run it right up against the edge here. Might be a little difficult at first. Again, this is all new to me. So, let's see what happens, and I'll see you when we're all said and done. All right, here we are getting down to the last little bit here. And, yeah, I found it was easier to look out this side with it than it was to look out the other side. So, that actually worked out just fine. Not a bad little mower here. It gets right with it and doesn't seem to have any issues mowing at all. Very pleased with its performance. Okay, can we cut this kind of close here and just zip this off? Yes, we can. All right, well, let's raise her up. Well, I think that's kind of a success. See if we can adjust it there. I think that's going to trail behind us just right. Maybe like that. There we go. Okay, well, we've got this all cut down, and I'm going to run this back to our farm, and then we'll go grab Mr. Lane's tedder, and get this tedded up. So I will see you here in just a little bit. Got everything switched out and we're headed back to our field over here. Well, they don't pay attention. That just scares me sometimes. We're headed back over here. We're going to see what we can accomplish. I'm a little, well, dubious as to how much we're actually going to get accomplished over here. I have made a final decision, though, after driving back and forth for such an extended period of time. We are going to sell this property. I don't mind the drive. It's the drive over here doesn't bother me at all. It's all the equipment that we have to haul back and forth. That part just, we don't need that. You know, I probably could have turned this into silage and made a little bit more money out of it, but I just think doing what we're doing is probably going to be one of the better things to do. Because this ought to actually turn out really well. And we'll have some nice, big, tall windrows to go down. And we'll get the bales picked up, and then we'll plant a for sale sign out in front of this place. But I'm also going to have to keep an eye out for prospective other land, because I really don't want to lose the acreage that we have here. I just don't want to be in and around town. That's my big thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being, you know, in and around town, but eventually this is going to get developed into something bigger and better, and, well, when it comes right down to it, it's probably best if by that point we have got this sold off and ready to go to someone else. You know, I hate to say that the way it sounds. Okay, now this is the fun part, tricky part. We got to turn back around on what we're doing here and go the other way. But anyway, I'm going to get this all raked up, and we'll see you here in just a few. All right, everybody, we are getting done with this. Man, look how tall these rows of hay are. We're going to let it sit, though, and work on this more later. Get this last little bit right there. And we have got this complete. We're going to let this sit for a little while, though. It changed over to hay. We flipped it over, and it looks good. But I want to make sure it's darn good and dry. I don't want that to be wet at all when I bale it up. So we'll go ahead and let it sit for a little bit. In the meantime, we'll get this run back over to Mr. Lane's property. Get it put away. Well, cleaned up, too. We kind of got it a little dirty. So we'll clean it up, put it away, and see if there's any chores that need to be done on the farm. I like I said, Mr. Lane's son, he's been taking care of stuff pretty good. You know, I'm sure he worked on that farm as a kid, and I'm pretty sure he's kind of got everything under control, to be honest. Maybe. I can only assume. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself on that. But it looks pretty good so far. We did keep some of the straw. That way there would be plenty of straw for the cattle over the winter. And I don't know if he did anything. I really didn't pay attention when I came in. We'll look as we're on our way by just to see how it looks. But yeah, it won't be long and we're going to be in the field. We've got canola and corn for Mr. Lane, which I assume I'll be helping out on that. And then we've got 2 fields of, I don't remember. There ain't nobody coming. Let's have a look here. Flax. 2 fields of flax. Don't know why I couldn't remember that. But we got 2 fields of flax that will be ready to cut here soon. We'll stop here. Let's go have a look at the cattle. How they looking here? Only got some hay. Oh yeah, they've got more than plenty. Might be a little low on straw. We might take some straw to them. At least do that to help them out. And it looks like we are full to the brim again on manure. So I imagine we'll be spreading manure over on that field again. But yeah, we kept quite a few bales of straw. But probably could have kept more, but Mr. Lane's son was the one that said this is how much we're going to keep. So, oh, I need to clean this up. Yeah, before I get too far out, I'd better come over here and wash this off real quick. Don't want it to be too dirty. There we go. Boy, it got it really dirty for just moving a little bit of hay around. Well, we might have used this before over on Mr. Lane's field and hadn't washed it up lately. So that could be. Take the green off my tires here. That's good enough. Okay. Let's get this put away and then we can concentrate on some of the other things we need to do, like ripping up some ground. I think by this afternoon, we'll probably be able to at least bale that up and maybe get to working on ripping up some ground. So we'll hook the baler up. And I got to figure out what to do with that straw. I didn't think about that. We have all that straw that we had. There we go. Out of the way. Get out and close this up. There we go. Whoop. Okay. Let's get to it here. We'll get home, and I think the logical choice is going to be this tractor for the soil ripper, for the chisel. And we're going to rip up that little patch. Those 2 little patches, actually. Whoa. Nope. Don't want to hit you. But I am going to get in front of you. Those 2 little patches at the house, we'll go ahead and rip them up and get them ready to be planted to grass and kind of go from there. So we'll get that hooked up and then we'll take lunch and go from there. So for now, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.